Hello, good evening, everybody. Have y'all had your dinner yet? Or maybe you're just having your really late dinner now because we're in Europe. Welcome to my live stream today. I am Kristal, your online Malaysian auntie who happens to also be a physician, Dr. Kristal Lau, and all of the things I can brag to you about. But you can just look at my accolades behind me or check out my about session. So today's going to be mostly a live admin kind of thing. I literally just got off the call with my mentor and boss talking about some medical clinical things that I encountered this past week with doing education with his patients. So yeah, a little bit late, apologies for that. So that's why it took me a bit of a moment to think about, what am I going to do today as well? So my screen is blank because I'm literally still deciding, and that's okay. What are you, wanting to do today? Because I just put live admin session because, I think that's what I'm going to do today. So live admin pretty much means, my microphone is going to be a little bit bising and noisy because I'm just using this little clip-on thing. But that's fine. I'm not about to try to buy some fancy stuff just yet. I'm just going to use what works. So what are y'all up to? Any live admin stuff you want to do? Because honestly, my whole... Ooh, look, I have a little thing from the park today. So again, what to expect is I am going to allow tangents to happen when I talk because that's literally how a lot of ADHD neurodivergent brains are, and I want to welcome those of you who operate that way with ADHD OS. So, you want to do stuff today, you want some company. I am not playing games because I consider myself kind of a retired gamer. I used to play so much when I was a kid, and I kind of wish all the streaming stuff was around when I was heavy into that because man, it would have been fun. I used to play games until I would see purple, which meant my eyes. It was just horrible. Yeah, so actually, I think until I decide which live admin thing I want to do, I'm just gonna go and open up my online virtual office space first. I'm still building it out, and it's called Kumo Space, Kumo and space. They kind of came around when I guess I have this thing in the background. I'm sorry, I'm still messing around my OBS. So I think they came around when COVID was happening, and they really wanted to bring the office feeling, for people. So I think it's a great thing. And see, I have no idea what I'm doing. I am so sorry. You know what? But again, so I started streaming last week, and I know I haven't figured everything out perfectly, but I'm literally just, doing things on the go, which is fine. And I'm sorry lah, okay, y'all just have to put up with me, and that's why I said showing up as my auntie self is wonderful, because that means I get to actually just fail spectacularly, and yeah, I'm not that old. I'm not shy to say I'm only 37. But if that is old to some of you over here, fine. Honestly, I am really entering my don't give AF era. A bit early for 37, but you know what they say? There's new research this year that found out a theory that women with ADHD, neurodivergence, enter perimenopause earlier than their non-ADHD counterparts. So it's perfect timing for me to enter my auntie era. So whatever, you know what? I'm just gonna show up. I'm just gonna do my thing, and then y'all just have to deal with it and sit through it. you just have to yell at the screen and tell me how I'm effing up. I have no idea if I can swear. Probably can, but you know what? Just in case my kids walk in, I don't want to get lectured by them about using bad words. And they're right. Anyways, yeah, so you just have to sit with it lah. You just have to deal with it, and that's just it. Okay, so I have a major problem like right now because I just have this shit like this. I don't even know what's happening to my browser, so yeah, I am just going to have to see, and then I also don't know what I am doing. But it's okay lah, alright. Okay, so I don't even know what I'm doing. Okay, let me tutup ini macam. Okay, lepas tu aku akan adjust kat sini. Okay, I might need to stop the stream and do things again because you see, I can't do like that, right? It stinks, it's ugly. So if I fit to screen, then also you can't see my full thing. Oh my god, I'm an idiot. That's why. Oh. Okay, this is really, you see? It's appropriate. It's so appropriate, So yeah, actually for those of you who are like just starting to stream or whatever, you don't have to care your age lah. If you want to really just do things and not really care what other people think, then just find your uncle or auntie persona and embrace it. Show up with it like this, okay? And you'll be fine, all right? Okay, well, welcome to my lovely space. Oh no! Okay, so this is our office space, and we are the Luminary Collective, meaning that we are 6 of us women who are showing up to do work with each other, and also we want to support each other in all of our endeavors. So yeah, we give ourselves a nice name. You can't really see. Ta-da! Over there. Okay. So a big part of what we're doing right now is just to help each other reach our business goals and career goals as well, because a lot of us, we are I wouldn't say, multi-passion, multi-talented. Of course we are multi-talented. A lot of you are as well. I mean, nowadays everyone does so many things because we can, and why not? And I do think that, being human, one of the perks is that you can do really a lot of stuff. And also definitely in today's kind of time and age, we have even more ability to explore and do a lot of, different things. Whether you want to do things quickly or slowly, doesn't matter, right? Because we can. You can choose to either get caught up in what everyone else is doing, of course, join the race, or you can just go off and do your own thing. I feel like I'm in both worlds, so that's why I am forcing myself to show up here to get stuff done for my business, because I still got some kind of race to follow. And at the same time, this also allows me to slow down a little bit and just kind of do whatever the hell I want. Yeah, so anyways, welcome to our lovely office space. It's kind of decked out. We've got a lovely guest area. So once we really open up this space to other people, all of you who want to come, so meaning you're coming for a consult with us or a little meeting with us, here we are. Actually, let me just reduce my face size so it's not like so bizarre in your faces that y'all can't see what's going on in the background. Yeah, so if y'all have problems with how I speak, seriously, I don't care. Reason I say that is that I was once scolded by a customer when I did customer service for a bookstore in Malaysia. The guy was like, "Can you speak properly? You're Malaysian." I'm just like, bro. I mean, I didn't say that to him, bro. But I was just thinking to myself, bro, I am working customer service to be professional. So, yeah, I am going to speak properly and not in like a full-blown Malaysian Manglish kind of janky Rojak language, because that's just how I present and show up in customer service. He didn't like that. And gave me a whole lecture, you know. Anyways, I got a donut. So y'all can come here and play some games if you want. And we come here to try to get work done lah. Okay? So come, is a meeting room. And I have like a little cafe. Y'all can come here too. And some outdoor stuff, little cat. This is like, I'm actually building out a podcast recording room now. This one, right? So those of you who really want to check out Kumo Space, you can do this for free, you know. We are paying for this because we want to use this to record our meetings, to do small amount of webinars, invite people into this cute space. That's what we're using this space for. So, but those of you who actually just want your own virtual space for fun, I think this is a very fun thing to do. Or of course, if you're playing games like The Sims, then, you know, create your own office there and do that. But this is to me like The Sims, but actual co-working kind of experience, because then my friends and colleagues can actually come in here. You know, but yeah, if you're with The Sims stuff, then of course you just go lah, create in The Sims, you go and do a video record of you recording. So the good thing is in here is I can at least come in here and then let me go in here. I can come in here and sit down, right? Invite y'all to come talk about an episode, and then you come here and I can actually record the whole thing in OBS, and it's cute. And you know, you get to change all these things, and y'all have a nasi lemak, have Malaysian white coffee. Yeah, it called white coffee, but it's not actually white coffee. It's just what it's called. It's just the way it's prepared. Lovely drink. Not that I drink coffee anyways, although I'm thinking of going back to try coffee so that I can sleep, because coffee makes me really tired and drowsy and just, I don't know, pretty chill. Like once I tried to drink coffee to keep myself awake to do lab work back when I was doing lab work to grow stem cells. And I thought, yeah, you know, make myself a big pot of black coffee to stay up late. And then I drank all of that and went to the lab and could barely stay awake. So that was really annoying. And of course, that was a long time ago. And that was when I just started medical school as well. So I had no idea about ADHD. And back in Malaysia, it's not like ADHD was a thing that, you know, we really explored, even clinically, psychiatry-wise or whatever. So anyways, when I can't decide what to do here for now, I like to come in my office, have this in the background, so you all can also admire my lovely Kumo space. You see, and I went on a tangent. I was just telling you more about Kumo Space, and then I completely lost it. So yes, you can get this for free, but if those of you who are really trying to run a virtual space and pay more to get things done, there is a promo code in my there is a promo code in my About Me page, and you know what? I'm just gonna go dig it out and put it here. What is it? Sketch up. Okay. I'll put it in the chat for y'all, okay? So you use this code in the chat, and then you get 10% off the annual plan. And of course, that also helps support me a little bit lah. Okay, a little bit. So if you want to, you can go pay. I think it's cute. The reason that I pay for this is because, again, like I said, it allows me to record and it has a video I can download. But the thing is, this is the caveat. When it records only like your presentation or your meeting. So it records just like a normal Zoom or Google Meet type of video conference. It doesn't record like the whole cute space. So that's something to think about. So if you want to record the whole cute space, that's something you have to do with OBS. But anyways, okay, y'all can talk to the salesperson lah. I don't work for them. I mean, I ain't gonna sell the thing like hardcore for them. So whatever. Okay, so let me see. This was what I wanted to do yesterday, was to learn about setting up Twitch alerts, which I decided I would use the OBS stuff. But then I realized some things in there weren't as nice. And I suppose that's why for a lot of the streamers, they use Stream Elements or Streamlabs, right? So I might actually go and use that instead to make things nicer. Okay, all right. In that case, what shall I do tonight? What are you all up to, though? So let me see. I could do some, I don't know, regular life administrative things, which I really don't want to do it. And I feel like if I sit here and force myself to do it, which means I'm telling you what I'm going to do, then I will do it. But I don't know. And this is where I want to make a quick disclaimer. I am in my luteal phase, feeling so sluggish. So I have been allowing myself to be more attuned to the phases in my cycle and allowing myself to just flow with whatever that phase is giving me in terms of energy levels and, just care factor as well. Because at this point, I feel like I just don't care. So because I show up for my work, did that today, did some learning, used my brain, but at the same time, some of the other stuff, I'm just like, maybe you just don't care so much. So, oh, look, I have laundry here. I could fold laundry with you all while I watch something. I don't know if that's a thing that we can do here. Again, I'm really just learning still a lot about what streaming can and can't do, because I also kind of pop a lot of this stuff on YouTube. So, maybe I could do that. I could fold some clothes, because that's still considered life admin, I think. Anyways, but I want to do like work stuff though. I actually want to do some work stuff. So you know what? I'm just gonna think about it. Let me. I could continue to design this office space, because I did the reception the other day. So as you can see down here, it's nice and green. It's got the sofa thing. I could finish designing the podcast recording section, because there are 3 of us in this collective who have podcasts. It's myself, and I actually have 2 shows now. So this is the postpartum wellness show. I talk about postpartum, which is after childbirth, and not only for moms, also for dads, parents, meaning birthing, non-birthing parents. So our LGBTQ community, absolutely. We don't talk about that enough for fathers and our LGBTQ parents in terms of postpartum, because you all are not even included in the definition at this point, which really, really upsets me. And I'm working to change that, okay? So something I will absolutely share on my live streams whenever I get a chance to give you updates on what I'm doing. Absolutely. So yeah, because I really intend to show up here on Twitch and on my YouTube channel, where I have decided to go the way of a lifestyle channel. I've decided to show up, yes, myself, you know, Kristal, but also Kristal, who happens to be a physician, Dr. Kristal Lau, who has happened to have done a bunch of other things as well, like win an award for writing a book on the Chinese confinement postpartum practice, and running my own little business, you know, and raising my 2 kids, all the things, and a bunch of other stuff that, you know, if we sit down, makes you wonder, how on earth have I done all that by the age of 37? I don't realize sometimes how much I've done by the age of 37, because of course I still fall victim to comparing myself with a bunch of other Forbes 30 under 30 people, right? Because of, you know, Asian parenting that I grew up with. Like, you're never enough. You are never good enough. There is always a cousin or someone who is better than you, although I have to admit I was probably that cousin to a lot of my cousins. My cousins, if that is correct. I'm sorry, because I'm just being me. But I do know that a lot of I think my aunts and uncles are not as hardcore, at least I remember. So you know, I hope it wasn't too bad to be my cousin, at least. But still, was never enough, and it was always being compared to other people's kids who were like, wow, that person went to Harvard, that person went to Oxford, oh wow, they became a doctor at age 20, oh wow. You know, without realizing the fact that you actually need some freaking life experience to be a decent clinician, because guess what? Empathy is required. And sometimes you can't really have much empathy if your freaking prefrontal cortex isn't well developed at the age of bloody 20. But anyway, I refer you to the video by Ronnie Cheng about how Asian parents, or specifically Chinese parents, have this obsession with kids becoming doctors for every other reason except to help people. And I can attest with my experience that is one of the reasons, okay? Which kind of also brings me to a point of, you know, I really want to embrace this auntie era of mine, and I really want to own a part of me and to show up as myself, because I've had to show up this image for, I don't know, freaking last 3 decades of my life, I guess, because I don't remember a lot of things from my childhood, but the biggest core memory is from 7 years old when my brother was born. And I remember seeing him, because he was born premature, so they put him in an incubator, and that was like my first real memory of childhood was kind of starting then. So yeah, sadly, I kind of don't remember much from before that, honestly, not at all, which is kind of scary, because most kids, you know, we tend to form more solid memories from about 4, 5 onwards. You start to really be able to remember things. Not for me, sadly. I guess that says a lot about my childhood, maybe. Gives you some clue, gives me some clue, gives my therapist some clues. But we'll see, yeah? We'll see. Okay, all that, and I still haven't decided what to do. Maybe I should just make a list now. Okay, I'm just gonna start my task with deciding which live admin task to do. Okay. Oh, such is life lah. But also because I'm feeling so sluggish, and I don't know lah. You know, so we'll see. I did kind of start my new Instagram thingy with this handle, Dr. Kristal Lau. So maybe I could go do something with that. But I don't really want to deal with it though. Hey, gerak lah. What the Scheiße? Okay. So decisions made tonight. Pending. Let's just leave that there. Well, yeah, this helps. So yeah, y'all, I love to follow CJU games as part of my thing in the background. Follow a couple of horror gamers. This is what I like. Come on, internets, move this damn thing, low. Okay, great. Let's just leave that there. Okay, so now. Let's see. What am I going to do tonight? So all of you around the world, you know what? I'm just going to go through some stuff and ask you if that's what you've done as well. Taxes. Y'all doing taxes or not? That's something I need to get on, is taxes. And so I need a new sheet of paper. Okay. Here we go. So taxes, I already made a decision. I'm actually working on it right now. And that's not something I will do online and show you because I'm not going to show you all my stuff in the background, sensitive information. I may be auntie, but I'm not that kind of auntie to be like, look at what I have and look at what you don't have, because what I have is not much at this point. If I really had that much, you think I'll be doing streaming? Yeah. Okay, so taxes is one of them. So I highly recommend those of you who are just getting started with adulting, you go get like information and like knowledge and education on that, okay? Because you need to be on top of that stuff. No joker. Understanding taxes is going to help you get wealthy, because when you know how the money works, you can figure out how you can get money to work for you. You don't need to know things in depth. And honestly, if you're like me and you really, really hate dealing with taxes, you really need to find a good accountant who can also educate you. And also, they can layan your crazy ideas. So especially those of you with ADHD and you are trying to find ways to have a better lifestyle, meaning how can I outsource all the crap I don't want to do so that I can get into the zone of doing things I really like. You really need to find somebody to deal with the taxes if that is not your passion, hyper-focused thing, okay? You need to go and learn what are the rules around taxes and stuff in your country, where you're the tax resident of. Plus, if you're, dual citizen, you need to figure that crap out, because we're so global now, and all of you are living around the world, probably living with other partners from around the world, declaring taxes with them. Yes, there's a reason I'm sighing and giving eye rolling at that, but that's a story for another day. So go learn about your taxes. And if not, find someone really trustworthy, because I can tell you, when you get a shit accountant, it's literal shit. It'll be a shit show for a while. And I can tell you that from experience. The last year and a half has been absolute bull crap because of, not great with the accountant that I've had to deal with. So it seems like I've got a better one now. Very communicative. They're very patient, and I am very certain, don't mess with this auntiness that is growing on me. Very certain that I communicate it very clearly. If that's something a lot of us with ADHD do, is we over freaking communicate, because we're so used to people, well, either not giving a shit or just not giving a damn to understand us. So we have high rejection sensitivity. And since childhood, we have been trained to ensure we over communicate. Yeah, so we try to make sure there's no room for, errors or mistakes or, confusion, right? because we practically grew up in confusion. And especially those of you who have been part of dysfunctional families, you also understand lah. Okay, so anyways, taxes, yeah, long little thing about that. All right, what else do we need sorted this time of year? For a lot of things, you know, it's crazy. It's going to be end of April. We are towards the end of April, and May is coming around, and then freaking June, and then we're halfway there. And those of you who follow Chinese metaphysics or feng shui, that's, yeah. I mean, fire horse year, right? So much change and everything. So, you know, it's just a matter of so much happening around the world, so many things affecting everything else. I'm not going to get into the news tonight because it's just too exhausting. But also, I do want to highlight, and this is the unsolicited advice from your online auntie. You have to pay attention to the news to some extent, okay? Because the world you live in, whichever country you are, everything is affected by news, politics, and all that stuff. So I have to tell you, growing up, I've heard this when I started to ask the adults, like, oh, what's happening? What does this mean? When it came to the news and politics, they're like, oh, we don't discuss politics in this family. Oh, it's too political. We just, you know, don't touch that. Oh, you know, like, this is not a conversation for the dinner table, everything, you know, screw that, okay? Not understanding politics and not helping the younger folks to learn to have a critical thinking plus conversation around that topic is setting us up for failure. And then you become so ignorant of all that crap because, ooh, we don't discuss politics. And then you end up what? You end up like a fai cai lah. You know what a fai cai is or not? A fai cai is a useless piece of crap, essentially. Useless in a sense of you're just so ignorant of the shit around you, and you like really believe naively that, oh, if I don't care about it, it doesn't affect me. Yeah. I mean, end of the day, who's the one paying for gas and paying for groceries and all that? Like, all that shit is affected with the news, politics, and all that. So, you know, if anyone tells you that, any grown-ups around you tell you that, just give them a wave and tell them goodbye. And find people who engage you and respectfully have a discussion about those topics, okay? Like, it shouldn't cause you to fight each other and just be so terrible. But I mean, of course, it depends also lah what the politics is about, okay? Anyway, not a conversation for today, but y'all need to go and take that for yourself, okay? Okay, so let's see. Life admin stuff. Let me see. Any paperwork you all have to file or just to go through, you know, like pull them out now. This is a good time. Like, life admin is just, I honestly feel what I would prefer to do with life admin stuff as someone with ADHD is to do an actual in-person thing. But until I can find, you know, a community where I live right now to do that, that I'm just going to do my best to do this online. And most of the time I actually do this with my friend in our own like online calls. Like, dedicate a time, sit down and just get things done, even if it means pulling up receipts to put into the folder for this month or whatever. So I continue to stare at my laundry here, and you know what? I think I'm gonna fold my laundry and I'm going to put the occultist in the background. Ooh, actually, you know what? I think it's important for me to go and put something else on my YouTube in my little office and watch it while I fold clothes and just jibber jabber. I think that's a great idea. Okay, so once again, of course, I enjoy watching CJU games. And if y'all don't follow him already and it's something you like, then please go watch it for a lot of the horror gameplays, okay? And I will start. Okay. Sekejap, which means okay. Okay, so no decisions made tonight. Okay, fantastisch. Okay, so wow, how come Sandra's TV is bigger than mine? Look at her TV. I'm jealous. Or maybe it's the same size. I'm just I have no idea. Okay, maybe I'll lower his. Oh, come on, mate. No. Alamak, kenapa ni? Okay. Okay. Perfect. Oh, shoot, see. I don't. Oh. Tell you, sometimes I don't even know what I'm doing. But, you know, that is really how most adults function. Most of the time, we have just no idea what we're doing. Okay, so let's wash that stuff together. And I am going to fold my clothes. And any of y'all come popping in, please say hi. If you want to. If not, it's fine too. Okay. And then we go from there lah. Okay, at least y'all got some background music going. You won't hear his stuff, which is I purposely set it up that way, okay? Yeah, but okay, we can do like this lah. Might as well fold the clothes. And, you know, of course, again, if you find it a drag to do certain chores, like it is really a drag for me to do chores, that's where, you know, I always thought like I just need to keep motivating myself better or whatever nonsense. But it's so interesting to learn more about your brain. Hell, even your neurodivergent brain still, you know, your personality, your likes, your dislikes, all of those things are still unique to you, and it's always worth learning more about yourself. And I'm gonna make a big drop here for a new friend that I want to collaborate with in terms of a kind of professional, I would say professional collaboration with is Stacy Sia from Singapore, from 9 Earth. She is an executive coach. She did almost 25 years in marketing, high-level kind of marketing executive work in Singapore. She's a mathematician background, so I love that science background and that marketing background, creativity. Now she is a Chinese metaphysics master. So fascinating. And I just love what she's doing with merging feng shui. Well, feng shui is like just one of, you know, the Chinese metaphysics principles. There's other things like getting your natal charts, we call it 八字, right? And just many things that encompass under that area. So I love what she's doing with merging her mathematician background with that type of you know, cultural, spiritual belief and practice as well. And, you know, it's kind of like, in a sense, somewhat similar-ish to Western astrology, because there's some calculations and things involved as well. So anyways, I love what she's doing there because it really reminds me of what I'm trying to do. So part of my professional work is, yes, I'm a physician by trade. I did practice medicine in Australia a while back. I think, 2026. I left clinical practice 2017. So, oh my God, almost 10 years now. But I am returning to it. I, of course, you know, for, and this is something Asian parents don't really keep in mind when they force you to do medicine. Any of you listening who are like budding medical students and say you hate the idea of med school, you tell your parents this. You say, oh, where do you intend me to work? Oh, okay, UK. So did you know that if you get a medical license in one country, you can't just transfer to another country? So if I get a very lucrative job next time, say you're going to UK, oh, you're fancy and not fancy, but maybe you work your ass off because your parents like said you have to, right? And then you get into like, I don't know, Cambridge Medical School or something, but say you hate it because you want to do something else. Maybe you want to be a historian, maybe you want to be an artist, maybe, hey, you want to be a streamer, and then, just ask them lah. Say, oh, but if I have opportunities in other countries, I can't really go because I'll have to take exams, even as a consultant, like it's like the future prospects of medicine in terms of transferability of the actual like medical license itself is so poor for good reason, because each country requires that the clinicians who are practicing, they need to be in tune with what the local population really needs. So I think it's fair to say that, hey, if you want to come practice in this specific country, you really should at least come to do maybe a year or so of training, even if you're a super specialist, because you need to understand what is unique to the unique health issues, right? Which also means a little side rant is that I think this needs to be applied, of course, in our non-Western countries as well. So if any Western doctors want to come over, say, practice in Malaysia and all that, then they should really do a nice 1-year term in a local public hospital before they can get their full license in the country. Just because you come from a Western country with your Western credentials doesn't mean you understand that, malaria, TB, dengue, all that shit is still like something people struggle with in the daily lives. Okay. Anyway, so those of you, use that. And I would highly recommend, so it's ironic because I'm going back to medicine, but if there's some of you who want to get some tips on how to like avoid going into medicine and convince your parents otherwise, please come hit me up, like come attend one of these live streams and like just tell me in the chat what your problem is, and I will give you, well, if you're soliciting advice, then you get some solicited Dr. Aunty Kristal Lau advice, and then you can bring that back to your parents and say, this is what Dr. Aunty Kristal Lau said. She is a legit physician. And then you can throw out all these credentials at them, like, oh my god, look at what she's doing now, it's fantastic. And she had to quit medicine, whatever, and you need to sell them that, because I know it's very hard with your Asian parents to kind of want to do what you want to do. And thankfully we have a lot more of our Asian parents who are less strict, but still a lot of them are. And anyway, I welcome, happy to brainstorm with you about how to how to get out of doing medicine, or how to scare your Asian parent into letting them know that this particular career choice is a risky one. And I mean, also that's the thing, like two things can be true at the same time, right? We know they want the best for us, absolutely, but also at the same time, they want the best for us, but they don't know what the best for us is. Because I find that's true for actually a lot of parents and a lot of mentors as well, because we can only kind of foresee things based on our capabilities or lack of, which is fine, but at the same time, it also takes some humility to, I should probably hang up this dress rather than fold it. I think that makes more sense. I'm just gonna kind of toss it around the side here so that I can hang it up later. But yes, it takes some humility to also realize and say, look, I don't know what the future holds, but I can tell from my experience like this. So but those type of parents also, I feel, are quite rare, and they usually then really gift their kids with kind of skills you can't really learn from textbooks, and especially with nurturing that self-confidence in the child. I really hope I am doing that as well as I can for my kids, because especially in our world today with AI, with all of the things, it is getting more and more difficult to protect our children and even our younger peers from all the damages that are caused by unchecked. I don't want to blame the tech, because the tech is just an object. The tech is just a thing. It's the people who use the thing that are crap, to be honest. You and I can be crap. How we use the stuff, can be crap. Even streaming, right? So, but anyways, I feel like the best we can do is just at least try to give our kids the skills needed to navigate the uncertainty. Even that in itself is honestly a big question, because what kind of skills are good for navigating uncertainty, and what do you mean by uncertainty? So many different types of uncertainty: financial uncertainty, technological uncertainty, knowledge or intelligence. It's just so many things. So it can get quite overwhelming to try to prepare not just your kids, but your juniors, maybe your siblings, especially if you're the eldest child. It can get quite difficult. So that's why you can come here together. I can make you feel a bit better about your problems, or just make you feel worse about your problems. Whatevs. End of the day, like I said, you come here, you know what you're getting. You come here, you are getting a bit of that auntiness, and I'm not going to hold back that I know stuff, okay? I'm not just going to let my medical background knowledge and all the stuff I've done to just be hiding, because that I have been doing the past few years, and I have allowed other people to gaslight me. I have allowed myself to gaslight myself by I've told myself, oh, Kristal, maybe you are thinking too much, oh, because of your medical background, you're just overthinking. But here's the thing though, there's a reason that something piqued my alarms. It's not overthinking, it's because my medical training and the experience has recognized certain patterns that are, at least if it's not a full red flag, it's a flag to notice. And then we need to assess if that is a red flag or, I don't know, a smoke screen, right? A mirage that looks like a red flag. But it was still something, And looking back now at some of those events, I have really, really gaslit myself. Which is ironic, because you think about it, you do need a certain level of confidence and all that to thrive and do well in medicine. I have to say I did well. If I dig out all of my reviews from all the terms I did, and just people telling me, especially the nursing staff and the other allied health, they'd be like, oh, you're leaving us already? Like, are you coming back? Or are you going to specialize and do this term because we'd love to have you? Like, that's all pretty great reviews, says a lot about me, that everybody wants me on their team. And it's a nice feeling, of course, but also it's a good recognition. Anyways, blah blah blah, self promo here, because auntie, right? Of course I have to talk about all the great things I've done. Otherwise, how can I make you feel bad about yourself? Isn't that what Asian aunties do, right? Very good at making you feel bad about yourself. But I hope to do a bit of the opposite of that, so that I I can make you feel bad by yourself, but still give you some glimmer of hope and motivation. Okay, that would be nice. Okay, all right, I'm kind of doing quite well with folding my clothes because look, got a pile done. And I just need to kind of adjust some stuff here. Yeah, and then I'm also starting to feel a bit hungry. I just want to eat, but whatever. Okay. So, anyways, just dishing out. Whoa, my gosh, almost fell down this one. Anyways, dishing, of course, unsolicited life advice for you all. But again, that's what you're here for. And I know some of y'all like that, right? That's why people go like, wow, itu auntie sangat ons, huh? That's what we say. They like, we like that auntie energy. Okay. So one thing I really hate about folding clothes is then I need to figure out, okay, it's like short sleeve, long pants, goes here, goes there. I'm like, can I just toss the shit in and be easy, done with? This is the thing I should tell my kids, and maybe some of y'all listening, like, please use your amazing brains and go and create like a machine. I mean, if we can have AI crank out all this stuff, I mean, come on. Create a washing machine that once is washed, it goes through a good dryer, and then after the dryer it goes straight into this folding machine, and then after that it deposits it straight into so this should be a machine that could be very compact and flexible and fits many different variations of a wardrobe, or even better, you create the whole system including the wardrobe system for different shapes and sizes of homes. Y'all should make a ton of money, seriously. So I highly recommend you do that. And if you want me to help you develop the idea, ping me. Okay? Then we be co-founders. Come. And I know people in the startup industry. Although everybody knows somebody in the startup industry, because 10,000 people are a founder. Go check out my LinkedIn lah. I'm also a founder. You own a small business. Any one of you are here streaming and you're starting to get tips or whatever. Shit, call yourself a founder. It's not easy to do things, by yourself and to be consistent, huh? Absolutely not. So I want y'all to know that you're doing very well. If you're already up here showing up, and even if you're getting $5 a month, especially on your own effort, that's freaking amazing. Okay. May not pay much bills or whatever, but that is the seed that you planted, and then you're gonna keep working on it, and then that 5 is gonna become 50. Then keep adding the zeros, man. All right, and then you're gonna get there. Okay, now I have tiny little shorts. Then letak mana ni? Where am I supposed to put now? Okay, so maybe I could show up on some of these live streams and just do my laundry, because I freaking hate it and I have mountains of laundry and I just breathe. And even so, I've even tried doing folding my clothes while watching shows, and then I just give up and have a snack. Because my ADHD brain just shuts off. My ADHD brain is like, oh, okay, I mean, sure, this might help. And then at one point I thought, oh, I'm gonna try and create content, while doing laundry. I never thought about streaming and doing laundry. I actually thought of I'm gonna film myself doing, folding clothes or hanging up my clothes, and I'll be doing reels. And I tried that a couple of times, and then I just gave up completely because it just became too much work, and I was like, ugh. And I ended up refolding clothes. I folded just to make content. I said, no, this is just ridiculous. It's not giving me what I need and want. So okay lah, left that idea behind. And to be honest, I still struggle with creating a lot of content. So I thought, you know what, F it. I'll just do streams. show up, come what may. And then we go from there, okay? So let's see. Good, 10 o'clock already. So I have another hour of folding clothes. I just hate folding clothes so much. Like, I could just go on and complain. You just want to hear me complain? I can do that also. I can just complain and complain and complain, because that's what aunties do best. We complain. And you know what? Maybe that's what my entire Twitch should be about. Making a living through complaining. I mean, why not? Huh? Why not? Anyway, since people already say, oh, women nag so much, they're just not happy about life. Complain. Okay lah, aku complain, engkau bayar. I complain, you pay. How about that? Of course. No. So anyways, just letting you all know as well, I'm not interested in adopting more children. I already have 2 of my own. I am very happy to be their mom, their parent. At this point, I'm not interested in becoming anyone's parent. But you want me to be your auntie? Fine. Because I can give y'all back to your parents. That is the whole point of being an auntie, isn't it? I don't care you grown up or what. Happy to be your auntie in your time of need, and maybe to indulge in your delusions. Your parents won't do it, I'll do it. That's just a version of aunties who spoil their nieces and nephews. I will absolutely do that for you, and then you all can go back to your parents and be parented regardless of your age. You'll always be their child. Okay? And yeah. So anyways, have a think about it. You want to be called officially my niece, my nephew, then y'all must subscribe. Things are never free in this life. That is something I can tell you for free. Never free, and always something in return. And the quicker you accept that fact, the wealthier your life will be. Why? Because you will see that everything is a transaction, even with your loved one. Okay? Better you accept this reality. Even if we weren't exchanging things for money, you're still exchanging things for something, right? Even which country was that? I think Switzerland. Switzerland is doing pretty good with like a time bank system. So instead of paying for money, like younger people can bank in their time and they can be redeemed when they're older for hours, especially when it comes to elderly care or caregiving type of stuff. I love that concept. I think it's great. It's nice to have an alternative currency that you can apply inflation to anything, okay? But anyways, just have to realize that nothing is free in this world. Let me rephrase that. Nothing is free in our human world, because we humans, and it's going to be hard to break out of the systems and social constructs that exist in this world. So our human ancestors have created a bunch of stuff that has made it in such a way where, nothing is free. And I mean, sure, if you think about in nature as well, nothing is free, because in nature, a lot of times you have to wait. Time is the currency, right? And resources are not infinite, most of them, right? If you want to eat certain foods, all of that, you have to wait for the seasons, right? You have to put in the work to tend to the fields and everything. So, or even for raw food, like you have to wait. So sure, nothing is free in this life. And the quicker we understand and accept that, I think the better you will do. Which means that when you all come to my channel, when you all come with me, you don't expect me to give you everything for free. Advice also. Yeah, here I can talk now. You want more advice? You want more? Then you have to give me something in exchange lah. Okay. Tell you like that first. Okay. But also, because of the way our world is set up, even if you want to give free stuff in exchange, all that, you need to be careful of what was the first thing I was talking to you about earlier in this stream. Taxes. You need to be careful. So even if you want to give me stuff, right? Give me a subscription, give me bits, give me tips, buy me a gift. Eventually I'll get all those things set up lah, huh? I still need to be careful. Okay? I still need to understand how the French government will view all these things. Okay? So this is something you also have to think about. So you don't just think, you come online, you start streaming, then you just like, oh my god, I got 10,000 subscribers. Oh, everything is free. Yay, I got like this gift from them, all that. Gifts are also taxable because of the value. Better think about that. You be smart. Don't be bodoh like other people. Go, what is bodoh? Bodoh is a Malay word, means stupid. Okay. I also can say bodoh. I mean, what is the word for naive? I sudah lupa. Sudah lama aku tak cakap bahasa Melayu tau. I forgot what naive is. It's been a long time since I've spoken Malay. And I have outbursts in Malay once in a while. And I have gone back to listening to Malaysian hip-hop. Best lah. I'm like, how on earth have I not listened to that ever? So it was good to go listen to that stuff. And it's nice lah, because I get to play it for my kids also. And that means that they get to learn more of their Malaysian side, yeah, which is fantastic. So yeah, I don't know. Anyways, jangan bodoh, sit play. Please don't be stupid. And maybe one day I'll start doing my French homework also with you all, because I need to learn it. And again, if I show up online and embarrass myself, maybe that will push me to learn it better, faster. Who knows? Again, ADHD, tangents, indecisiveness, shiny object syndromes are all very welcomed here. And you won't really know what you're showing up for until you show up here. So you have to tune in at least for the first 30 minutes to see what is she up to. What is this auntie going to do today? Okay? Then you can decide, you want to stay, you want to go, you just want to have me in the background, whatever. Okay? Alamak, sekejap, Let me get something. Yeah. Okay. So, I actually finished folding a bunch of stuff. 3 more things to fold, and then I need to hang up some stuff. But I won't do all of it because I can't reach the basket over there. Anyways, I'm just making excuses now. But anyway, this is great actually. Thank you all for just accompanying me to do my laundry. Sorry, I had to have a big sniffle there. Didn't want to bust your ears with that. Yeah, I think I might do this. Hey, maybe this is a great idea. Maybe next time I'm peeling onions or doing food prep for the next day. Yeah, actually, other kind of life tip to give you is those of you, my dears, who have your monthly cycle, and also those of you who don't have monthly cycles but you have loved ones and friends who have monthly cycles, and you notice that they are feeling extremely low and sluggish during that kind of 7 to 10 days before they get their period. So please look at that side. I said luteal phase, yeah. please like step in to help them, okay? It's not really kind to say that, oh, I mean, like, this is just reality lah, you gotta get on with it. I mean, be realistic also lah, huh? I told you many times, this whole world, the world itself is fine, this planet is fine, but the systems that are put in place, they are not designed to be inclusive of everybody. If it were, it wouldn't be such a big deal to take leave for menstrual days when you need to, okay? But it's being made into a damn big deal. Any of y'all come at me in this, you can just go, please, leave. Okay? I don't care for that attitude. So anyways, all I meant to say is, meal prep, like you see your cycle, your calendar. So it's very important for you to keep track of your cycle. You go and make sure and look that, if you know that, oh my gosh, next week is this luteal phase is starting, and you more or less have an idea of how you usually feel like during that week or so, however many days that is for you, go prepare ahead. Yeah. So I think next time when I, am feeling like it's approaching my phase, I think I will start doing meal prep. So evening time, I can sit here and chop stuff, because then I can prepare some things in advance that I could just throw in my multi-cooker or the pot and just kind of have a nice meal done with, and try to also have more protein just to prepare for the menstrual phase as well. Okay, so it's just realistic to do it like this. Like, it's a bit sad. So I am a 2008 was when I started medical school in Malaysia first. Then I finished in Australia because we did a twinning program. I finished in Australia, graduated 2013, end of 2013. Then I started 2014, like the following year, in doing all the work lah as a doctor. So what is interesting is that, yes, we learn about the menstrual cycle, everything, but we don't really learn it enough in a relatable way. What that means is, how does that affect, the girl or the woman in her day-to-day? It's not something we explore very much, yeah? And I think that really does a disservice for, of course, the patients, but it's also a huge disservice to the clinicians, because when people are in discomfort and they're so vulnerable, they come to us. And not just doctors, but clinicians means that you do clinical work. That means it includes nurses, physiotherapists, psychologists, therapists, speech pathologists, occupation, like all those folks, like who actually need to have like a registration in the country you're working in and all that. Like, people come to you, for, to get better when they're not feeling well, all that. So I feel it's just very strange. At least the only thing I can speak for is medical training. So I find it very strange that there is still, this disregard for literally half the population. And somehow, even in my time learning, there still wasn't enough pushback. And I have to say, without shame, to admit that I have had my own internalized misogyny towards female patients and the female, clinical experience, because that's what I learned. And sometimes in medical school, you just don't question it. And this is also why I do believe that going into medical school really young just really fucking sucks, because you go like what? So in Malaysia, at least from my experience, finish secondary school, high school, okay? So you're 17. And then for me, I did A-levels, so that's 1.5 years, okay? And then you apply to medical school. And thankfully, I argued with my mom to get time off. So because you finish school, it's like December time, and then you start college. So for us in Malaysia, college means pre-university, okay? And then you do college, so it could be 1 year or 1.5 years. So then you finish in June, right? Depending which intake you are. You finish in June or you finish end of the year. And then in medical school, there's 2 intakes to match this. So if you finish in June, you can start in August, or you finish later in the year and you start in February. So I had to fight, really argue with my mom to say that I do not want to start. Like, I need a break from freaking studying. This is just ridiculous. And then I went to get like a random job, which was fun, really fun. And so you think about it, most people who enter medical school, at least in my part of the world, you're really young with barely any life experience, and you are learning about the human body, of course. You're learning about clinical things. You're learning about how to, counsel, treat, manage patients. And like it says something when you don't have enough life experience to develop, say, empathy or even pattern recognition, of pattern recognition and skills in communication. Yeah, it's just very interesting that's the pathway. And so sometimes, it makes you wonder, like, are doctors just viewed poorly and get easily sucked into medical misogyny, even the female doctors like me? Because when we start our careers in medicine and pre-med, we're still so impressionable, like there is a theory that proposal that adolescence needs to be redefined in terms of the age limit. Instead of 18, 19, it should be up to 24, because that's when they found that the prefrontal cortex area, where you have executive decision making, really matures only around that age. Makes sense. I mean, we're still making stupid decisions up until our mid-20s, don't we? And then you kind of feel like, oh, now I've grown up. Why was I so stupid like last year? And so, imagine majority of us in med school, we go through that training. It's such an impressionable thing, and you learn the culture in medicine and all of that in an age where you still are developing your identity and perception of life, perception of people around you. So honestly, right, it's no wonder medical misogyny is like rife, and that it continues also to be perpetuated by both men and women doctors. And the pushback kind of tends to only happen when you also grow some guts to push back, and again, that comes with sometimes learning how to deal with customers. I think customer service is a must experience, whether it's in service industry, like you're, in F&B or hospitality, or like I did customer service in a bookstore. Like, I think it's important to have customer service experience. I even sold perfume for a little bit with my friend, and that was fun. And that's where I also learned about how people treated women in sales and all that. Very fascinating. And yeah, so, sometimes I do think that the way medical training is done and how the intake, it really is no different to the military at times. And the kind of reference point I have is the US military, because that's the world I'm most familiar in. Probably a story for another time. But yeah, I did spend about, why are my socks so gross? One up a knee. Oh, it's my kids' miniature. Okay, this needs to be washed again, man. It's just lots of fuzz stuck to it. So like, I like to get them little craft things from the store here, one of like those discount store things. And we really love miniature craft and miniature art. I don't have a lot of patience for that, so a lot of times we just kind of watch other people put the miniature things together in YouTube. But I bought some sets to give it a go. Maybe I'll show that to you all sometime. This half-made thing. And oh my gosh, maybe I could finish making that with y'all on the stream. Anyway, this socks needs to be washed again. So a bunch of those miniature things, like the faux leaves and stuff, kind of got stuck to it, so it's a bit nasty now. But anyways, yeah, what was I rambling about? Gosh, I kind of lost my train of thought there. Yeah. Oh, sorry, US military stuff. Yeah. So, I mean, that's a world I'm a little bit more aware of, plainly because I did spend a good 9, almost 10 years in that world as a former US military spouse, or as they like to call those of us who are not American, foreign born military spouses, which is fine by me, to have that title, whatever. And so, yeah, it's kind of like them who, like, straight out to high school, they like go straight into military service, and a lot of them make a career out of it. So, I feel like sometimes medicine is like this. So you have people go straight into it, and then your entire kind of like identity and view and the way you communicate with people, the hierarchy, everything, like you kind of learn that from a very impressionable age, And of course you get messed up after that or during that. Sometimes I wonder, like, why on earth do you think that all these, rates of infidelity or poor, relationship, poor communication, stubbornness, inability to, like, I don't know, have self-reflection, whatever it is. Although it's getting better in the medical community, I have to say this, especially in Australia as well. There's this GP, Dr. Emily, who we had the pleasure of having her talk to us in the European Lifestyle Medicine certificate, which I am kind of showing up there as a regular guest speaker for my topic on matrescence and patricence, the process of becoming a mother and father, and how kind of lifestyle medicine can support that life stage, life phase. Anyway, she had a lovely thing. I think I'll put their links up, because when I talk about these people, I want y'all to go check them out, because again, I don't know, which one of y'all are showing up here in my streams, and of course you don't, force to come say hi if you don't want to, but if you find these informations interesting, then I want you to have access to them. I want you to go check them out. So anyways, Dr. Emily Amos, she had a lovely talk about how she's now focused on well-being of doctors, and she has also managed to have her retreat for doctors to be approved for continuing professional development points. And I think that's marvelous, because her theory and her viewpoint and belief, of course, is that self-care, learning to take a break and all, should be part of professional development, because otherwise you burn out, right? That's the whole problem we have today. So yeah, I think there's a lot of people working to push against the very destructive system in medicine, which really also annoys me when you have all these older doctors, or even some of the younger ones, who continue that stupid mindset of like, oh, look at this next generation, they're so weak, strawberry generation. I really hate that word, because number one, I love strawberries, and maybe the fact that they bruise easily makes you appreciate them even more, and actually like freaking take care when you harvest them, and when you're growing them, like don't be so rough. So the strawberries are meant to be like that, okay? So if they're bruising easily, then that's not their fault. You are not handling it properly. You are not harvesting and nurturing it properly. So you know what they say, pointing at somebody, 3 fingers back at you, right? So anyway, I hate those type of folks who like, oh, strawberry generation. Okay, yeah, I mean, sure, some folks might complain more and all of that, but at the same time, I'm thinking, if we stop questioning and asking for better, you stop improving. And that was kind of the viewpoint I also had in Australia, when sometimes talking among my Malaysian friends and all, like, oh, people here complain so much and all that. But you know what, I agree that the Aussies should complain as much as possible, because they are not living in Malaysia or another country. They are living in Australia, who has reached a certain level of achievement, service, whatever, expectation. And so you always demand for better, right? Why demand for worse? It doesn't make bloody sense. So, okay lah. Diorang nak complain, diorang nak, say, oh, things should be better, all that. Okay, I support. Because that just elevates the people's quality of life to the next level, isn't it? Right? And then you challenge the leadership to be better. Isn't that the point? Okay? But of course lah, complain in moderation. Okay? Like, just everything in moderation. You don't have to go overboard. Okay? Of course there are times you should count your blessing as well. So, yeah, But maybe like count your blessing and then ask for better. Okay? Yeah. You gotta be realistic as well. So, but anyways, back to the point. Yeah, I do think sometimes medicine, perhaps needs more requirements as well for acceptance into the field. But then, training already takes so long. Although now I would say with the, AI situation, like there's no stopping AI. So, the medical education and medical training people and all of that leaders, they really have to be very creative and realistic about how the training of the next generation of doctors is going to look like. And there is really no point fighting against AI. No point. Just absolutely no point. Learn lah from history. Okay? And that's why for me it's important that I continue to remind myself to live with change. And this is my shameless plug of my new podcast, Living with Change with Dr. Kristal, because change is the only constant in our lives. I'll be starting a new kind of podcast on that, doing a walking podcast on that, because I take my kids to school and back and we walk a lot. So I try to keep making more content as part of my year of the fire horse and next year of the fire goat, to try to use the fire to boost everything online for my business, personal branding, whatever. I think it's important that we talk about that, and of course on YouTube as well. And that's why I'm here streaming, because times are changing. I like to show up how I want to be, because things have changed for me a lot in the past year, and I am still on quite a bit of a road on discovery of myself, because I've realized that I was never really allowed to be myself. I tried to many times, but a lot of things have been revealed to me through therapy, and more to be revealed. So I am going to allow myself to explore all that, see where that leads me, and live with change. And truly, change is the only constant in life. This is something I definitely see a lot of when I did geriatric medicine back in Australia. So that's looking after the health and medicine for the elderly folks above 65 years old, for most of the population above 55 for some other populations who tend to get older, so to speak, quicker than the rest of us. So, I've noticed that the happier patients I have who are able to, finish this chapter of their life with a lot less regrets. They have, really been very graceful with kind of going with the flow of what their life has brought them. And, one thing they have told me a lot is, hey doc, whatever you do, you never want to live with regrets. And I am happy to say that where I am today, I don't have that much regrets. There are times when I thought I regretted something, but then when I sit with it and ask myself, oh, why do you feel that way, Kristal? And, do you really, when I sit with it, I actually feel like, no, I don't regret much. And a lot of times, you just got to give it a try. And if it doesn't work, you pivot. So living with change, very important. Okay, you know what? I'm just going to keep hanging my clothes. So let me go grab the rest of my stuff here. Hang on. Okay, so yeah, let's just hang more clothes lah. Might as well get as much done as possible. So I hope y'all are getting your stuff done as well. That's why I can tell you I am so slow when it comes to doing laundry. I would say that the amount of time I spent here with you, so what? I would say I really started folding clothes at what, maybe, I know it was gibbering away until like 9:30, 9:45. Yeah, so it's been almost an hour. I can't see my eyes, man. Okay, yeah, I'm almost an hour-ish now. It really does take me that long when I'm not. I'm just even on the TV by myself. Such a chore. That's why it's called a chore, right? But yeah, I think it's interesting. So some of you listening, if you are working in the medical field or you're studying, medicine, I also don't want to, of course, discourage you too much. Like those of y'all listening who are medical students, and there are a lot of ways for you to still gain that life experience, even while being so young and fresh in this world. You talk to your patients, you believe them. I think is the most important thing. Even the ones with dementia who are delirious as heck, you believe them, because a lot of the skill that you're building is connection and how to connect with someone. I can promise you, getting your A's is not going to help you at all with really getting good information from your patients. Sure, you're really smart and you have the knowledge, but I can tell you, I was at best a B- type of student in medical school. Okay, C is kind of where I'm at. But as soon as I hit my clinical years, oh my gosh, I started telling people, studying for medicine is how did I say this? Oh my god, I'm just thinking now. I would say that the easiest thing for me was practicing medicine, but studying for medicine was very difficult. Yeah, and perhaps so that's the ADHD brain, because maybe of just growing up with ADHD and the stuff I've been exposed to, that pattern recognition, that intuition, was pretty strong. So when you actually hit the wards, you interact with all the patients, you do the work, you start to notice these patterns, and they're all quite they're quite common, they're quite repetitive, because yes, we have a lot of very strange and wonderful conditions and diseases, but at the same time, a lot of the things you see are what we call bread and butter. So it's stuff that, are so-called boring. I remember I had a classmate once who's like, I'm choosing this hospital to do my internship or whatever, and because it's got like the most exciting cases. And I'm like, well, I don't know, are you like an A student in internal medicine? Like, do you like score so well in internal medicine? It's like, that's so boring stuff. Like, boring. Someone coming in with chest pain. It's like the most basic stuff as a physician, at least. You have to know that shit inside out. Okay, you have to get your differentials like pat down, because that's literally what people will be showing up for. And that's the scariest thing. Most of them, that is the scariest thing they're experiencing, because the first thing people think about is a heart attack. And I could die from this. Yeah. So, if you don't know that in and out, and you don't know how to get a good history to figure out what kind of chest pain is that, and then you don't get a good enough, again, history to be able to order tests to help you differentiate what type of chest pain that is, what is the point of you knowing the most obscure disease? Honestly, you know. So this is more of a message to those of you who might feel like you are a shitty medical student, or like I'm gonna be such a shit doctor when I, so I'm not making the dean's list and stuff. I can tell you, as someone who didn't do fantastic in medical school, I freaking aced it when I hit the actual clinical practice, because learning on the go, and then you realize the stuff you learned in med school is probably changed by the time you actually hit the wards and you are actually practicing even as a very junior doctor or an intern doctor, okay, or resident, whatever it's called in your country, all right? Because so much science is also coming out, a lot of research is coming out, and you just find that it is actually a lot easier to learn medicine as you practice medicine, yeah, and then being able to really hone your skills to talk to patients is, AI can't replace that. I mean, even right now, you think about it, AI is only as good as the people who program it, and right now you you can be assured that there are not a lot of good data out there, or even very competent or good people who are programming the AI to really be so good in the clinical setting, yeah? You still need a lot of the humanness, because again, pattern recognition, okay? And I can tell you one of the very interesting experiences I had as my first year out as a doctor. I was actually, it's probably a story for another day, but at the hospital I was working at, I was doing internal medicine, and I was just, looking at the patients, doing my own kind of rounding because of the hospital I worked at. It was just the intern, myself, and then the consultant specialist. So there was no buffer, like senior doctor in between. So I just kind of had to just go around, just do what I thought was best, and then learn on the go. And then there was this patient, she had double take, and I asked the nurse, I was like, is it just me, or that patient looked gray? Like they legit looked gray. And I was like, I've never seen that color on a person unless it was like makeup for Halloween. And the nurse goes, yeah. And then, she kind of taught me that, she said there's the chance this patient might pass soon. And I was like, oh my gosh, really? Because, patient was on treatment and everything looked to be going all right, stable. Next day, y'all, the patient was gone. And every time I've seen that ashen gray color on a patient, it's without fail, no matter how good their numbers were doing, that color, yeah, that was not a good color. So very interesting. And that's when you learn that stuff you were drilled into your head when you did a clinical examination for your patients. It is very important to understand how colors show up on people and on different skin tones. Very important, because it shows up differently. Yeah. And this is where I feel so thankful coming from Malaysia, because even though I didn't do my full clinical years there, but you're exposed from the start, even in preclinical years, to go and hop around a hospital, see patients, all of those things. Malaysia, we have folks from fair skin to dark skin, okay? And you already get exposed to looking at things and trying to figure things out on different ethnicities, different skin colors, okay? So, it does, then I just realized that, going to Australia and all that, I really had some, at least me and my peers, my Malaysian classmates, we really had an upper hand actually, compared to a lot of our other Aussie based classmates, because we just had more exposure. and also just day to day, really living, with such a multicultural background. Like, I know Australia is multicultural as well, and they have, of course, a huge Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander population. But, I still feel like the non-Aboriginal Torres Strait Islander Australians, not many of them are very intimately connected to that community or really participate in the culture for many reasons, of course. But in Malaysia, it's very different, like everybody celebrates everyone's stuff. We wear each other's clothes, we eat each other's food, we even get to know these superstitions and taboos of each other's cultures. We share the horror stories, we share all those things, we share the beliefs, and that is really something else, and that type of environment, to grow up in that, it really helps in shaping how you view things as a grown-up, and especially in medicine. It helps a lot. All to say, if you can spend a childhood in Malaysia, do it. I think it'll be very, very fun. I don't know if I can do that with my kids someday, to give them that really Malaysian experience, but we'll see. Maybe when they get a bit older, to do like a 1-year cultural exchange thing with the school. I don't know, to see what's possible between a French school and a Malaysian school, But yeah, I think it helps a lot. But all to say, not all is lost, and that's why also a lot of medical students, they do exchanges with other medical schools, or during their intern year, they decide to go work in another place, supervised, of course, and a lot of interesting things. So this is the thing, you don't need to like run off and do something with MSF in like a war-torn country, all that stuff. I mean, come on, you can go to Malaysia. Just go to, so my old university, my alma mater is IMU, International Medical University. Just go there, because they also run like hospitals and stuff. They do the clinical training for the second part of med school there as well. So, you can go there and, I don't know, freaking spend a year there. Go do a shadowing and get involved there. Because you still get to, more tropical type medicine, all that. And then you get city life. I mean, I can tell you, USA, Australia, anywhere in Europe, you cannot beat the city life in Southeast Asia. And especially Malaysia, our mall culture, you have to go and experience that. You have to go and experience that. So, go there, do 1 year medicine in Malaysia, go learn a bunch of stuff, go learn a lot of procedural stuff, and then you also get to really enjoy the city life, right? And then when you come back to your country, you have really a whole new perspective on a lot of things, Because in Malaysia, even those of us like who are not super trilingual, quadlingual, whatever, you still need to find ways to be able to communicate with your patients. And our patients sometimes, some speak English, some speak Tamil, Hindi, some speak, of course, majority of us can speak Malay and English, even if it's Manglish and broken English, we still speak it, and the different dialects of Chinese, of course. Not everyone can speak Mandarin, like you kind of have to communicate with everyone. And of course, like I said, we have a variety of skin tones as well in Malaysia, so you have to learn how to identify things, and identify them as accurately as possible on the different skin, not only skin tones, but skin texture also, because you have our folks who work hard in the sun, outdoors, indoors, those kind of things. So yeah, it's just very interesting, Okay, so I'm getting really bored of hanging clothes. This is why I kind of get blah doing, clothes related chores, is because I get so bored, because it's so, I mean, y'all with ADHD, it's just very boring. But at least I got, 80% done. I'm happy with that. So I'm probably just gonna go back to some computer stuff for a bit before I log off here and go and have a late night snack, because that's what we Malaysians like to do. We like to have a late night snack. And then we wonder why our diabetic and hypertensive rates are through the roof, and also Malaysia has a very bad obesity rate. Well, this is exactly why. I'm sorry for my creaking chair. I might try to fix that the next time. But yeah, actually, I think, let's see. The stream looks good for today because I had trouble with the lag. Past couple of things. Sorry for the past couple of streams. I'm just actually looking at my Twitch stream manager now. Things look good on the OBS as well. And yeah, I actually managed to update my work computer. Very happy about that. And yeah, so I'm actually going to be learning a bunch of stuff this year. And I'm actually looking forward to doing some online study sessions as well, because I'll definitely need to get that done. So what to look forward to is to, I'll be doing live admin stuff. I'll be working on some business stuff. You know what I will do tonight? I will write a LinkedIn post. I will do that. So let me go to my Kumo space. Oh, I need to burp. Excuse me. Excuse me. I was drinking a bunch of fizzy water, because in Europe we are so fancy. We drink fizzy water. And no, it's not the Perrier, whatever. Not that type, okay? Like just the cheap, less than €1 big bottle. Oh, it's just such a cultural thing here. Of course, you have really cheap versions. Okay. Anyways, yippee yappy. You know what? Maybe I will put a whiteboard here, just so I could write some stuff here just for myself. Come on. Tengok ni, selalu saja problem ni. Mother. Jesus memang pun. Okay, I'm just gonna put this there. I'm going to. I guess I'll just leave that there. Fine. I'm going to put this away. Maybe check it. No. Fine, I'll just chuck it here for now. Oh my god, see, this is where, okay, I don't like, okay, hang on now. So I need to unsnap. Yes, then I can move this like that. Okay, that looks a lot better. So I can kind of put it here. So if any of you come to my office here in Kumo space and you're sitting here waiting, you can click this and go check out stuff. Okay. So, yeah, I think I'm just gonna leave the whiteboard. Yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna leave the whiteboard here. And voila. Right. So, where was I? Okay. Right. So, I'm gonna change my current task to LinkedIn posts for 3 days. Okay. Now the reason I am doing this is because I have started myself on a challenge to post on LinkedIn consistently every day for 90 days. Plainly because I haven't been online for a bit for many reasons last year. Share that with y'all another time, sometime maybe. So I wanted to, just kind of get back to it. So that means I will work on just typing here first, okay? Okay, so I think this is fantastic actually, because I'm chatting to you about my medical school kind of situation. Let me adjust myself a little bit and put my book away. You're gonna hear lots of background noises, but like I said in the beginning of this stream, I am not interested in getting a new microphone right now. Unless you want to get me one, then I need to figure out how you're gonna get me one. So better now, and I'm going to do LinkedIn post to schedule maybe that sounds a little bit, like I said, medical school is no different than the US military. It might be very provocative, but maybe that's the point. Maybe I should do that. Wow, very strong. Maybe I shouldn't do it like this. So this is the thing with writing posts. It feels like sometimes you really have to think a little bit and keep writing, rewriting. So could I use AI? Yes, but boring lah, you know. Oh, I do have this thing that oh, I don't have it up here right now. Yeah. Okay, but maybe I won't do this on a live stream with y'all because I will kind of have to be silent for quite a bit, and I don't really want to do that. Alright, sorry lah. Currently no tasks like this. So okay, this is a Cantonese slang. Wet though, you just wet around, you know, you just like I don't know, mess around, whatever. This is what we say. Okay, just like that lor. What to do? Just need to, yeah. Okay, so let's see. What is happening now? Okay, so well, at least I'm very pleased with what I've achieved today, and there's still a bunch of stuff to do, but I really need time to record a bunch of things. So I need to record 4 episodes of my postpartum wellness show. So then my freelancer can help me edit that and chuck that onto schedule Buzzsprout. And then I actually need to go and register for things like Tippy, WooCommerce and Stripe. I don't know. Again, that is probably not something I will do here because it's a bit boring for y'all, and I can't show you what I'm doing because it's got sensitive information. So yeah, I think probably gonna do a lot of I think to keep things interesting for me and for you all when I come on Twitch to do the live stream is I think I'll do study with me's. Laundry was fun. I'm so glad I did that. I think next time, because tomorrow's Wednesday. I guess I'm due for another stream tomorrow night. So I think I'm gonna bring another big mountain of clothes to fold. Y'all think that'll be fun. And then we just chit chat lah. Okay, so y'all can bring stuff with me. Bring stuff to do with me. Please, welcome to do that. I especially encourage those of y'all who are in academia, in medicine, or you're curious about the medical world and all that. Like, come talk to me. And because I've done kind of like the whole spectrum thing. Got my food. My Malaysian friend is visiting me, so we cooked some bak kut teh with the sachet, and I have some sambal. So I'm gonna eat this after I finish with y'all. But yeah, come have a chat because I have done the whole thing, like gone through med school, did A levels. Actually resat A levels because I did poorly and then realized that I needed grades to get into med school, so I redid a bunch of exams and then got the grades I needed to go into med school. I have left medicine and kind of kept up. I even did the USMLE step 1 because I just felt like I needed a backup, and I also felt like I really needed to prove to myself that I could do anything, and kind of felt like, if I really wanted to continue medicine in the States, I needed a step 1 anyway just to get in. So I was like, okay, I'll just aim to do the test to just get a grade that's decent enough to get into something, and I did pass it the first try. Yay. Felt like I could have done better, but in the end I kind of just like F it, go show up. I didn't even sit for the full 8 hours. I just did it all and then just left. So that was interesting. And then I did Masters of Public Health. That was something I really wanted to do because I wanted to learn more about other careers within the health system. I even also followed a pathologist to do a post-mortem cadaver dissection, which was interesting. Never went back, and so there went my CSI forensic dreams. To actually deal with a dead body was very different than watching other people do it on TV. That made it look like such a great job. Too chicken, honestly. But story for another day. If you want to hear more, let me know, or maybe I'll tell you the story tomorrow when I'm folding my laundry. But yeah, just come on here and ask me, because I think it's very important that those of you wanting to go into medicine or into any other aspects of healthcare to just get realistic with what the industry is like professionally, as well as to some extent politically, of course what that could look like for your personal life as well, because your needs, your desires, your motivation changes. Again, with me, you expect changes to be expected, and I really want you all to flow with it. Don't fight it. All right, when you fight it, that's where the problems start. Guarantee you. Okay. So come talk to me if you want to get some more clarity. Just some things to think about. Remember, it's Aunty Advisor. Aunty advice is always the best. Okay. Anywho, it is 11 now. I did pop on a bit later, but I better go now because I want to eat my food and then decide what I want to do tomorrow for work, as well as with my friend. And okay, so anyways, I'll see you all tomorrow evening again, same time, 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. Central European Time. And I'll work to also update and put other time zones into my About Me schedule page, so that y'all can see lah if you're different time zones. For Malaysia, it's more like if you're waking up at 4 a.m., then welcome. If you got nothing to do at like 4 to 6, I guess, then I'm here, because I just really can't come online any earlier than that, because it's the time for me to put kids to sleep, to bed, and then I need to tidy up some things, and then I start my stuff in the evening, okay? Alrighty then, all of you, please take care very, very much. And I'm still trying to understand this raiding channels stuff. So once I figure that out, then I might start doing it. No idea. Any of you have any ideas on how to, I don't know, do that and have fun with that, please let me know. Again, take care of your auntie, okay? You got to guide her, but most of the time expect also her to be very stubborn, and if you give her advice, she may not take it, because I'm an auntie. Anyways, y'all take care, okay?